Welcome to the Streamlined CEO, the podcast dedicated to helping solopreneurs and CEOs with teams streamline their operations, boost efficiency, and create more capacity in their business and life. You know, that work-life balance you're striving for? Are you ready to move beyond feeling stuck and finally scale to that next milestone? If you are, if you're ready, let's dive in. What if I told you the secret to creating clients who absolutely rave about you isn't just about the incredible results you get them? Now, don't get me wrong, those transformations are absolutely vital. As dedicated coaches and service providers, your heart is in helping your clients achieve those amazing breakthroughs. That's why you started, right? But here's the thing, while you're focused on delivering that front end magic, yes, it's magic, what's happening behind the scenes? If you're like many growing online business owners, maybe it feels a bit like controlled chaos. You're juggling client work, marketing, admin, maybe even leading a small team. Things are moving, clients are signing up, but the way things get done feels, well, it's maybe a little clunky, maybe it's a little bit inconsistent, and maybe even stressful. Or maybe it's D, option D, all of the above. You know that feeling? That's like panic when you realize a welcome packet didn't go out on time, or that scramble to find that specific client note that you know you wrote down somewhere, or that inconsistency in how different clients experience your process. Those might feel like internal hiccups, which are little operational speed bumps. But today, we're talking about creating your raving fans and how seamless operations actually elevate this client experience, which leads to raving fans, right? Because of those back-end bumps, they have a direct, tangible impact on how your clients perceive you, their journey with you, and ultimately whether they become those loyal raving fans we all dream of. So think about it from the client's perspective. We've all been clients too, so think about it through your eyes when you're a client. When they invest in your services, they're not just buying the outcome, right? We never just buy the outcome. We're buying the experience along the way, right? They're trusting you with their goals, their vulnerability, their investment. A smooth, predictable, and professional journey makes them feel secure, valued, and confident in their decision, right? And so conversely, when operations are messy, it leaks out. Maybe it shows up as these things, okay? A confused onboarding process. They're unsure of the next steps, who to contact, or where to find resources, and it creates some friction right from the very start. Anyone had that one happen? I certainly have in my early days. Even more recently, I've had it happen. Okay? We're not perfect, right? Inconsistent communication. Oh man, inconsistent communication is one of the ones I hate the most. But sometimes they get quick replies, other times crickets. Or maybe it's different team members give conflicting information, which then erodes trust, right? We have to have a foundation. All right. And maybe it comes off like delays or errors in deliverables. So even small mistakes or missed deadlines caused by back-end disorganization can make your service feel less premium. And let's say they are done with your service and you have an offboarding process and it's a little bumpy. So the end of your time together feels abrupt or maybe it's unclear, leaving a less than stellar final impression. And so these things might seem minor individually, right? But collectively, they shape the client's entire perception. They can take someone from being thrilled with their results to just feeling meh about the overall experience. And that meh feeling doesn't lead to a raving testimonial or enthusiastic referrals. So, how do we fix this? Because I'm sure if you're listening to this is not how you want to do things, right? How do we turn that back end chaos into a streamlined system that actively enhances the client experience? Like, how do we even do this thing? So it starts by recognizing that this operational efficiency isn't just about saving you time or reducing your stress, though those are obviously amazing benefits. It's about building a reliable, consistent, and impressive framework for your clients. So imagine this instead, right? Before we had four things that could be showing up: a confusing onboarding process, inconsistent communication, delays or errors in deliverables, and a bumpy offboarding. So imagine this instead of those things: a seamless onboarding. So the moment a client signs up, they receive a beautiful, informative welcome package. They know exactly what to expect, deadlines are clear, and they feel instantly taken care of. That first impression is pure gold. How? Because you have a documented, potentially automated onboarding SOP, which is a standard operating procedure, right? You know the steps, you follow the steps, you follow the process, okay? Then you have, imagine this too, proactive communication. So your clients receive regular updates, know the best way to reach you or your team, and to get timely responses. Why? Why is this important? Because you have clear communication protocols and maybe even use project management tools effectively, and they feel supported and not ignored. Communication is one of my core values, and I strive very, very hard. Like, I strive to make sure that communication is one of the things that I do not mess up on. But we are not perfect. So we have had some mess ups, but we can fix those things. Okay, so imagine this one as well. Consistent delivery. Every client receives the same high level of service, the same quality of materials, and the same structured calls or feedback. How does this happen? Through checklists, templates, and defined workflows that ensure nothing falls through the cracks. This builds predictability and showcases your professionalism, right? We all love consistency. Another thing is this gracious, wonderful offboarding. So as your time together concludes, there's a clear process for final deliverables, collecting feedback, and outlining potential next steps, or depending on what you're doing, maybe some alumni opportunities. And they leave feeling valued and complete. Again, this comes from having a defined offboarding SOP. So we're seeing how the systems and the SOPs and the consistency is all super important to creating raving fans. So when your operations run smoothly, you are freed up from putting out fires, from repetitive tasks, from feeling scattered, and that reclaimed energy, you can pour it back into what you do best. Serving your clients at the highest level, connecting with them personally, and focusing on strategy. Systems don't make you robotic. They create the space for you to be more human and more present. Backend efficiency translates directly into a front end experience that feels polished, professional, and supportive. It transforms a potentially good client experience into an exceptional one, and exceptional experiences too. That's what creates raving fans. The clients who stick with you refer their friends and become your best marketing asset. So ask yourself, where are the potential friction points in your client journey that might stem from back-end disorganization? Is it onboarding? Maybe it's communication. Maybe it's delivery. Maybe it's offboarding. Maybe it's all of them. Who knows? But we get to identify one, right? What is the biggest friction point? Just identifying them is the first step. So now, if this resonates and you're thinking, okay, I see the connection. I know things need to be smoother, but how do I actually untangle this back end knot and build those systems? Well, that's exactly what I help online coaches and service providers do. So most high achieving business owners find themselves buried under a mountain of to-dos, struggling to keep up with client demands and constantly putting out fires, even as their business grows. You know you need systems, but finding the time or knowing where to start feels incredibly overwhelming. Imagine a world where your business runs smoothly and predictably, where you have clear systems, maybe a motivated team working within them, and you have the freedom to focus on high-level strategy and making a bigger impact. Right? It's the dream at this point. So that's why I personally created the Operations Assessment Blueprint. So think of it as this very powerful VIP day discovery process, and it's designed specifically for growing online coaches and service providers like you. We go beyond just the basic process mapping. We dive deep into your current operations. We conduct insightful interviews with your team members along with yourself, right, during that VIP day. And then we develop this customized 6-month roadmap to address your biggest operational challenges and build a truly scalable foundation for your business. So in just a short few weeks following this assessment, because we don't just, wrap it all up in a single day, you'll gain the clarity and the actionable plan you need to. You're going to reclaim your time and your freedom. So just imagine gaining back hours each week because tasks are streamlined, automated, or delegated effectively, which means more time for your life, your family, or strategic growth. You're going to scale your impact without sacrificing your sanity. So that means building a business that can handle more clients and generate more revenue smoothly and sustainably without burning out. We're going to experience consistent growth and predictability. So we're going to say goodbye to that operational chaos that you're currently experiencing and hello to a business that runs reliably, delivering exceptional client experiences every single time. We're going to build a business that supports your desired lifestyle. So we're going to create the operational structure that allows you the flexibility and the freedom you dream of when you started your business, right? The freedom and flexibility that you dreamed of when you started your business. That's what we are going to focus on as well. And yes, and we're going to also increase client impact and build a stronger brand in the process, right? We're going to deliver those exceptional client experiences consistently, building those raving fans we've been talking about today. So, if you're ready to escape this operational chaos and ready to build a business that not only runs smoothly, but actively delights your clients, right? Ready to create that foundation for scalable growth and personal freedom. If you are, I'm excited to have you head on over to www.theproductivityimpact.com/operations assessment to learn more about the operations assessment blueprint and then also schedule your free consultation call because I want to talk to you. I want to make sure this is a good next step for you. So, we're going to discuss how this can help you achieve your goals and turn those operational headaches that you're experiencing into raving client fans instead. So, again, that's theproductivityimpact.com/operations assessment. That's also in the show notes. All right. So that's all for this episode of Streamlined CEO. Remember, smoothing out your backend operations isn't just admin work. It's a direct investment in your client experience and your future success. So don't forget to subscribe to the Streamlined CEO on your favorite podcast platform so you don't miss an episode packed with actionable tips for simplifying and scaling your business. And hey, if you want even more, head over to our YouTube channel, The Productivity Impact, for bonus content, visual deep dives, and video versions of the episode. So until next time, keep streamlining.